laboratories of democracy, as we say. So one or two states could try something out, and then the rest of the states can figure out, hey, do we want to adopt that?
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and the wisdom of how they sold their first million.
How would you like to achieve your first million in sales? And we continue this series of interviews with audacious entrepreneurs that have somehow break that mark and achieve success in the business. Today, we are interviewing a fellow podcaster, and you'll find out. Yeah. So, Matthew, can you please introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. My name is Matthew Kerbis. I'm the subscription attorney. And at least across the pond in the U.S., I am disrupting the way legal services are being provided. I've completely ditched the billable hour. I offer affordable, recurring subscription legal services, and then also teach other lawyers how to do that too.
Oh, I love this word disruptor. Can you extend a little bit more? What do you really mean?
Yeah. So for the last several decades, at least in the U.S., the billable hour has been the primary way that lawyers make money. It's also true how some different professionals make money, even some freelancer entrepreneurs, they bill time. And as somebody who loves technology and frankly also loves helping people, when I joined this profession and saw we make money based on how long things take us, I instantly knew this makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So I put in my time working at firms, billing hours, and sort of try to make it better inside of firms. I was that intrapreneur, if you will, an entrepreneur within a company, but that only could go so far. And so I decided it's too hard to build a practice within a practice. And so after about 8 years of practicing law, I left to start my own practice. And now for over 2 years, I've had my own law firm. And it's just me. And I leverage technology up the wazoo. I was using AI before it was cool. Just want to say that. I was there day one when Gen AI launched because when you're not billing time, you need to be as efficient with your time as possible.
Of course.
And so
I'm only yourself, right?
Yeah. And so, so I have to be there and use it. So most lawyers who are billing time are not incentivized to adopt technology. And so when I'm talking about disruption, I mean how I make money. Clients actually will know what it's going to cost them before they hire a lawyer instead of, we'll see how long it takes, and then we'll send you a bill. Like I get paid up front instead of getting paid in arrears. And then my clients have that transparency, and I'm incentivized to adopt technology to get there. So most lawyers are tech backwards, and they bill by the hour. And they're frankly some of the smartest people on the planet. I am patting myself a little bit on the back there, but they're so the smartest people.
I applaud you. I love the model. Yeah, I applaud
yeah.
Because I'm a great fan. Yeah.
yeah. So that's what I mean when I say disrupting is I'm just doing things very differently.
We use it ourselves. I mean that in our business, we did a property business here in United Kingdom. We sold over 5 million during the time, and we were 5 only.
Right.
You see, and but we have these things like nobody was even right. Like for example, working from home. When the COVID came in our company, working from home, and everybody's looking at themselves and said, "We've been working from home all our time, right?" So
Right.
so when we embrace efficiency, I think that is a gap for innovation. And yeah, we were talking about uh, you raise a concept that is a little bit controversial, that could be a case that there is a monopoly in the law system in United States, which is a very hot topic. Yeah.
Yeah, and so what I mean by that is if somebody's practicing law without a law license in the U.S., there are serious civil and criminal penalties for that, right? So only lawyers,
you cannot do it, right?
Yeah, with a law license can do it. So like let's say somebody your best friend is being sued, you can't go to court and help them out and represent them. The judge isn't going to let you do that. They have to hire a lawyer, right? Yeah, and so we have a monopoly on legal services in the U.S. Lawyers do, And because of that, we could just do whatever we want, and other industries can't compete with us to disrupt the model. And there has been some pushback and some changes. Utah and Arizona have allowed non-lawyer ownership of law firms or some version of that. So one of the benefits of the U.S. is it's the states are the laboratories of democracy, as we say. So one or two states could try something out, and then the rest of the states can figure out, hey, do we want to adopt that or
If they
not?
want to model it, yeah.
Right. And so kudos to them for trying something out. My opinion is if we change our business model as lawyers, we don't need to re-regulate because and frankly, it's more profitable to not bill your time. Like a lot of my law firm is designed around serving the latent legal market. So to talk a little bit about that is, in the U.S., there are institutional clients that can afford billable hours. They are used to paying for lawyers, whether they're companies or high net worth individuals. Then there are people who are under the poverty line who need legal aid, and they get free legal services through legal aid organizations. And then there's everyone in between, and that's most of the market. That's
Massive.
like a huge market opportunity. But all the lawyers, 1.3 million lawyers, now they're not all practicing law, but there's 1.3 million lawyers in the U.S. They're all the private practice lawyers. It's not a lot of people for almost 400 million people, but still, all the private practice attorneys are trying to hit that like red ocean of high net worth individuals or businesses. Well, I designed a law practice to serve a massive market of people who can afford to pay something. They just need to know what it's going to be.
And blue ocean, yeah?
Yes, it's a blue ocean. So that's another reason why I'm happy to go on podcasts and talk about what I do continuing legal education, to teach other lawyers how to do what I do. There's way more market than I could ever possibly serve as a true solo practitioner, right?
Wow,
and it's just helping lawyers see that opportunity.
Yeah, I think that at the end of the day, it's all about give the most value to your customers, right? And if for that we had to innovate and to create disruption. I'm aware like some of these law firms, right? They are very attached to the legacy, to the old way of doing things, and technology is advancing. AI we have out there, we have cloud computing, and so on. And with the way that the technology is, even some court cases have been done online, right? This something was never had before, and now it's something very common, right? Correct. So the technology is moving really, really fast, and I don't think that the law industry in general is moving at the speed that the technology is moving forward. And so there's a huge opportunity for people like you that are embracing technology as a solo entrepreneur to deliver a service to a wide range of people, which is more affordable, I think, because you're using productivity tools, AI and technology things. So it's more affordable for them, and then you can serve a large number of people because you are not billing by the hour, you're billing by the result that you give to your clients, right?
So I do a little bit of billing by results, but at the end of the day, I keep my overhead. Yeah. So I keep my overhead extremely low, right? Extremely low, and I'm very, very familiar with value-based pricing and profit first, and all these things that like you have to consider as an attorney. But you also have to think about like, and to adapt that to a well-entrenched business model where lawyers are already billing as much as they possibly can to their clients. I've actually, the profession zigging, I zagged. I went in the exact opposite direction. I thought, what's the least amount that I could charge and still be very profitable? And so that's the direction that I went.
This is where efficiency and technology comes to play, right?
Absolutely. I mean, when I went solo, when I started my own practice, it only cost me $5,000 US for the first year of operations. Everything else I made above that, I mean, less taxes, was mine. And so it didn't take long to become very, very profitable, even when you're only charging $20 a month and $50 a page at starting price points. Now, don't get me wrong. I have clients paying me thousands of dollars a month to handle their legal services, but that's not really outcome-based legal services, because one of the things I sell is problem avoidance. I sell problem avoidance. So I'm not trying to solve a big problem for you and then charge a lot of money for that based on the value.
The problem.
Right. Let's avoid the problem. But problem avoidance should cost less than problem solving, right? But the legal system is the operating system of society. And so you're always operating in it. And so it's good to have an expert that you could always call on or message to, hey, this thing happened, or this document, they gave it to me, or they asked for a contract. And now you can avoid that becoming a big expensive problem in the future forever. Because when you're a subscription business, you have to think, what is your forever promise? What is the value that you're giving your clients on an ongoing basis so that they'll continue to pay you? Right. And so my promise is I will do my best to always help you avoid big expensive legal problems. And sometimes that's just well-drafted and negotiated contracts. And sometimes that's all it is. But other times it's, there's this dispute or somebody didn't pay something. And lawyers who bill by the hour are like, let's sue them. Let's go to court. Because even in the back of their heads, they're like, I could bill so many hours if we take them to court. Right. And I don't do anything court related. I literally put on my website court avoidance. The website, by the way, is subscriptionattorney.com. But I'm only licensed in Illinois, so you have to be living in or transacting in the state of Illinois. I have represented some UK clients who have been purchasing real estate in Illinois. So those who are looking to do any transaction in Illinois, I'm licensed. But on my website, I say court avoidance, litigation avoidance, right? Like, I'm going to help you stay out of court. I don't go to court.
Litigation avoidance is a service that you can give worldwide, or only for people based in Illinois?
Only in Illinois, unfortunately. I'm only licensed to practice law in Illinois. I'm not an international attorney, and I'm not licensed to practice law anywhere else. So, I mean, that's the system that we have. And there are definitely talks of opening up multi-jurisdictional practice, but we like every state in the U.S., every jurisdiction that licenses attorneys would have to agree to something like that. So we'll see. We'll see. I think we're still about 10 years off from something like that. But And there are some lawyers who are not as concerned about it as I am. I'm like, it has to be Illinois related, otherwise I can't do it. One of the benefits of the big law firms is that they have attorneys licensed everywhere and in multiple countries, right? Now they're going to cost you $1,000 an hour. So like you're going to have to be able to afford something like that, right? And so, at the end of the day, like you said, court is online now. So even though I could, there's some court that's still in person, some court is online. That really helps with access to justice. People who used to have to take off work and go to court, now they could just go to court for an hour and then still go to work that day, right? And so it's a huge advancement there. But even then, I don't make money going to court because I don't do anything in court. So my clients know I'm incentivized to settle and negotiate disputes outside of court because I don't make money if we go. That's some other law firm's going to help them with that.
I love it.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.